forward, and we can get started. So we're going to get started going through a little bit of a warm-up. Shouldn't take us too long, but it should help us get warm. We're going to go through 3 rounds of 20 lateral step overs. So we'll just need something to step over. 20 seconds in a plank hold and a slow negative. So just to show you and give you a little bit of time, if you already know. 3 rounds through your 20 step overs. Just find something. I use my broomstick and set it up a little bit lower than my hip. But find something that's a little bit challenging for you to pick your knee up in front of you and over. So that would be 1 and 2. You're going to get 20 total. And then you'll get down into a 20-second plank hold. We want to be in a tall plank support position. So focus on pushing the floor away and focus on squeezing the glutes. 20 seconds here and breathing. And then at the top of your 20 seconds, you're going to slowly lower all the way down. So you're going to do a controlled negative, just trying your best to control and make it as slow and controlled all the way down to the ground as you can. It's okay if you can't control all the way down. Control till you can't, and then you find the ground. Then you'll come back to your step overs. If you're stepping over something, oops, like if I didn't have that, I would have maybe this up top. This is why I don't use this, because it's kind of skinny. But you want to make sure it's a little bit in front of you, so my foot has to travel up in front. I don't want to be doing this because I'm not getting that big hip opener when I do that. So we're going to go through 3 rounds, 20 step overs, 20 seconds in your plank, and a slow lower. So just start by marching it out. Trying to enjoy that hip open. Try to breathe through your movements. 20 total. Good, and then you can use the ground to find a nice strong plank. Make sure you've got a timer available. Strong top of the hollow for 20 seconds. So it's not so long that you shouldn't be able to hold and breathe. And then all you really want to focus on is bending the elbows back, squeezing the elbows in when you lower down. So try to slowly lower down. We want to try to focus on keeping the forearms straight up and down, perpendicular to the ground. Good control. And then we get back into the step overs. Good, just focusing on drawing that knee to chest as you go up and over, pushing the floor away from you with your supported leg. Good, and great strong core. Think about squeezing your glute in your plank, tucking your tailbone under. connecting the upper and lower body. Nice job, Anne. There you go, Elizabeth. Good, Rose. Slow control. And then just one more round through. All right. So the one thing I want to do before we get into warming up for, or moving into our med ball cleans, is I want to do just a little bit of squat therapy. We're just going to do 3 reps of really good squat therapy, slow, controlled against the wall. So just to show you what that is, we'll go through real quick what that is. And then you guys can go through 3 to maybe 5 reps if you're feeling pretty good about it and fluid. But if they're like really slow and grindy for you, maybe just 3 reps. But these should really help you feel a little bit more comfortable with getting into squats and your cleans. Also, they should maybe help flush out some of the gunk from yesterday's squats. So we're gonna find a space where you're facing a wall. If you don't have a wall, just find something that's in front of you and set your feet up nice and wide. Arms are up overhead, but don't touch the wall. You're just using it as like a point of resistance, kind of. Press into your feet and keep your core engaged. You're gonna go all the way down, nice and slow and smooth. And then come all the way up, nice and slow and smooth. So you're just really looking to connect your squat and find your feet and your core. So we'll just get like 3 to 5 reps. I can't unmute. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Can you do that again at a different angle so I can see? I could only see her back.
You can see Rose here on the screen. She's just standing in front of a wall, squatting.
Okay.
So get you. Well, when they're done, we'll all watch you, Brooke. Just go do it. Just stand in front of that shelf or something. There you go. Slow control. There you go, that's better. Good. Simple, basic, but it's helpful in opening up your squat in your back. So now we're gonna get into our med ball cleans. So if you don't have a med ball or a small object that weighs like 5 to 15 pounds, what I would do is then grab yourself a book bag and maybe put like a little chunk of books in it. But I'll show you the movement and then you guys can get what you need and then we'll go through the progression. So if I have a ball, it could be a med ball. If you don't have a med ball, it could be a slam ball. It could be a kettlebell. It could be a dumbbell. You just want to make sure it's light enough. This is 14 pounds. I wouldn't go much over that. So you're gonna go all the way up and you're gonna squat down. So you're picking something up and pulling yourself under it and standing tall. If I didn't have a ball, I would recommend using a bag because you can keep it pretty light, but it's still kind of awkward and it forces you to move around the object. So it kind of like helps connect the dots a little bit more. So now I'm just gonna kind of grab the sides of it here, nice strong core, pop under, and get up. So I'm gonna get under it, and then I'm gonna stand tall with a strong core. So whatever you think is gonna be comfortable, just go grab that, and we will go through a progression together. And if you want, it could just be a weight plate, a dumbbell, a kettlebell. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. All right. So we're gonna go through a progression, starting with your deadlift. So you just wanna make sure your feet are nice and wide so that you're pretty close to the ground already and really stable. And your weight or your ball or whatever you have is gonna be right under your hips. So then you're gonna press yourself down, nice strong core, strong back, and just push the floor away. Coming back down, tap the ground, stand, push the floor away. So let's get 5 just deadlifts. Good, flat feet, wide knees. Good, Ann. Brooke, you could probably just use that. So then we're gonna do deadlift and shrug. You're gonna push the floor away, stand tall, and shrug up. But don't worry about going back or anything. Just push the floor away, shrug up. Push the floor away, shrug up. So you should be in a hollow shrug position at the top. We're gonna get 5 of those. So just kind of pushing as far away from the ground as you can, extending up through your shrug. Make sure you squeeze your glutes and don't arch your back. Just think up, not back. So then from there, we're gonna practice our front squat. So we need to make sure we feel comfortable squatting underneath this before we get under it with speed. Make sure your feet are at that nice wide stance. You're gonna be under whatever you're holding, and we're gonna get 5 squats. All the way down, all the way up. So get under it, make sure your elbows are under it, find nice strong feet. Keep your strong brace by gripping your weight, bracing your core. All right, and from there, you can practice your full movement. And you might have to play around with, and you might develop a new way to hold it along the way. But the full movement, you're picking it up off the ground or deadlifting, and you're gonna shrug, pull yourself under, and then stand tall. So from the ground, pull under, stand tall. Brooke, if you want, you could just work on either squats or deadlifts, whatever you feel more comfortable with if you don't connect to that movement. Good. Good, just always think wide knees. as you're pressing towards the ground and as you're pushing away from it. All right, guys, just 5 of those. Make sure everything's nice and comfortable. It should be a light enough weight to cycle through some good chunks. We have a lot of reps on our plates today. So we're looking for 108 of each. That's why you want to keep your weight nice and light. It really is about cycling through the movement and finding tension along the way through breathing and through bracing. So I'm going to show you the rep scheme. Oh yeah, push-ups. Let's go through push-ups really quick. Your push-ups, because there are 108 reps, we just want to make sure they're very doable. So I would grab something to elevate yourself with your hands, whether it's a bench, it could be your couch, you could use the arm of your couch, the back of your couch, but find the right level for yourself to make it your push-ups really comfortable and doable, so that you can hopefully maintain your form through 108 reps. So take a moment now to find that elevated surface, whether it's a table or a bench or a box. And we want to find a surface you can elevate up so that we can get you off your knees and start working your plank from your shoulder all the way to your heel. So we don't want to always just be on the floor. Do you have any like tables or benches, chairs? There you go, Brooke, you might want something higher. Yeah, use your kitchen table. Make it really easy and doable. There you go, Anne. That's a great surface.
Any suggestions? Because everything slides on our wood floors.
Well, at the you could use, I was gonna say the door frame. So you could use the door. If you went on the other side, you might be able to find a level that would work for you. Or the wall, it might be a little easy, but that's okay because you're doing so many. So you know, if you keep the door open, Rose, and you turn and go in the other room and then turn around so you can put your hands on either side. That way your chest can even come through. I don't know, see how that feels. Because it's a really high surface, at least you can get really deep in. That might work really well. Or maybe like that shelf, but no, a little flimsy. But I think the door frame, if those don't feel uncomfortable, I think they're elevated enough to make them doable, even though they're kind of archy. You can keep them really safe that way.
Your kitchen counter is a good one too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get through this. I just want to write down the reps so you can write them down, or I'll rattle them off so you can write them down. We're gonna try to get through 24, then 21, 18, 15, 12, reading it backwards, 9, 6, 3. If you didn't notice the pattern, we're going down by threes. Med ball cleans, or whatever you have, backpack cleans, weight cleans, plate cleans, and push-ups. Make them doable. I struggled through this, but I don't think I went at like a super slow speed. And I got through at 16:20. So I would say everybody should probably be able to get through this in under 18, because I didn't go fast, that's for sure. Work on quality of movement, work on making sure things feel connected and strong. Do we have any questions? All right, so we're gonna get through this, going through, starting with your cleans, 24 of each, and then we go to push-ups. Oh, let me get my timer plugged in. All right. Stopwatch. Are we ready? Starts with the cleans in 5, 4. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're going for 24. Good, Brooke. Try to think of having a brace on your back. We don't want to arch it. No stripper booties, just hinge and press to the ground. There you go. Much better. Think of it as a floor press. You're pressing the floor away. 24. Great work, Rose. Trying to get under the bag. Nice job. There you go, Anne. Nice cycling. Good, Elizabeth. Having these floppy bags can really make you look to brace that core. And then we move into our push-ups when you're done. "24. Nice work, Rose. Here we go. Work on connecting your breath, trying to inhale down, exhale up. Squeeze those glutes. Try not to have a pike in your hips, Elizabeth. You might need to back your feet up just a little. There you go. That's much better. Just stay tight like that. Inhale down, exhale up. Fight for good form here. Yes, Anne. Good, Rose. Looking for that connection. Then you go into 21, Brooke. Let's do squats this round because you did deadlifts last round. That's a good idea. There you go, all the way down. All right, Elizabeth, 21. Yes, Rose. Nice work, ladies. It's a ladies' lunch break. There you go, press into the toes, stand up tall. Grip the floor with your feet. Awesome work, Anne. So Brooke, think elbows in, squeeze your sides with your elbows. I can barely see you over there, but we don't want your elbows wide. We want elbows in. So think about squeezing your elbows in. Good, Elizabeth. Press into those hands, fingers, everything fighting to work for you. Brooke, let's do shrug high pulls there. So if you've got your weight, you're gonna go shrug high pull, elbows go up, elbows go up, elbows go up. So it's just like you're jumping and the elbows go up. There you go. Get it up high, yep. Yeah, Rose, keep breathing through them. All right, Elizabeth. Getting comfy with the backpacks. Nice job, ladies. Straight up, straight down. There you go, Brooke. Let's go back to the deadlifts for this round. You can cycle through that way. There you go, hinge and press. Good. Press into the toes. You got it, Rose. Here we go, ladies. Once you're over the 18, woo, are you going downhill fast? Keep it strong. You're doing great. There you go. All the way down, all the way up. Nice, strong core. There you go. Nice work. All right, and that's it, Elizabeth. Squeeze and press. So Brooke, let's do, we're gonna call it a goblet squat. Use that weight, but hold it here. Hold it in nice and tight. There you go. Yep. That's great. There you go. Keep your butt in, keep your core strong. Don't reach your butt back. Press yourself down. Hips go down. Yes, Rose. There you go, Elizabeth. You got a great cycle, like a machine. Nice work, Elizabeth. Here we go. Think about squeezing the butt, pressing away. Yes. Nice set, Elizabeth. Here we go, Rose. Strong core. Good, Brooke. Push the floor away. Woo! Here we go, Elizabeth. Keep fighting for it. Yes, squeeze. Good job. There you go, Anne. All right, every round getting a little bit easier. Good, Brooke. You got it, Rose. Fight through some sets. You're almost there, Elizabeth. You got sets of 3. Yeah. There you go, Rose. Way to stay tight. Nice, strong board. Ladies are doing great. We're 11 minutes in. Every round getting quicker and quicker. You've got this. You done, Brooke, or are you just dying? Done? Good job. There you go, Rose. Way to move around it. Awesome plank and nice strong core. Oh, Brooke, we have an afterburn if you want to join us. Might not want to do those, is what I'm saying. Just relax and rest. Breathe and recover. You got this, Elizabeth. Woo! Let's go, Rose. Nice work, Rose. Here we go, ladies. Getting into those quick sets. Want to fight through, fight through. Yeah, Elizabeth. That's it. Push the floor away and get under it. Let's go, Elizabeth. Last 3. 1, 2, 3, 13:32. Or 13:43, Rose. Nice work, ladies. Here we go, Anne. You got this, Anne. Stay strong. You guys are moving real fast. Keep it up. Super smooth, Anne. Nice job. Yes, Anne. Was that your set of 9 or 12? Are you on 6 or 9? You 9? All right, Anne, here we go. 3 sets of 3. You got this. 2, 3. Awesome. Nice work, Ann. Here we go. All single digits. You got this. Nice and smooth. 1. Great job, Ann. Nice fight for tight. Yes. Here we go. Easy now, Ann. It's easy now. You got this. 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming. There we go. Yes, Ann. Great form. Almost there, almost there. Here we go, speed round. 3 and 3, Ann, almost done. 17 minutes on the clock. Here we go, you got it, under 18. 2, 3. Last 3 push-ups. Yes. 17, 20, and nice work. That was fantastic form. All right. So while you guys recover a little bit, I will go over our little afterburner. It's going to be 8 hollow shoulder flexions. That's what you and then 8 prone snow angels. So what those look like are, let me give you my floor. And I also used, you don't need to use any weight for this to have a really good burn, but if you are very comfortable with these movements, you could grab some soup cans or something to give yourself extra weight. I'm going to take this off so you can see me, otherwise I just look like a big puff. But your hollow body is going to be, for those of you who don't know what your hollow shape is, you're going to reach, get your head and shoulder up. From there, I'm going to squeeze my feet together and point and squeeze my butt. So now I'm connected from toe all the way up to my shoulders. I'm going to grab my soup cans or not. You don't have to have them. Raise it up towards the ceiling. From here, I'm only going to move as far as I can without breaking my shape at all. And I'm really focused on pushing into my cans and squeezing my glutes. And then I'm going to come back. So I'm just going to get 8 of those where I'm just coming back into my range of motion and then bringing it back to where I lose kind of that really super tension feeling. And then you're going to get 8 prone not Superman, snow angels. So for those, you don't need the cans. Nice and long, lifting your upper body. It's inhale, reach back. Exhale, come forward. If you have the can, same thing. You want to inhale, reach back, and exhale, come forward. But the whole time you're just really squeezing into your tension. So 3 rounds through of 8 and 8. 8 of the hollow shoulder raises and 8 of the snow angels. And I'm just gonna kind of sit back and watch you and give you little pointers along the way. If you have any questions, let me know. Surprisingly challenging to lift those arms overhead and maintain the hollow. So think arms and shoulders, squeeze. There you go, squeeze the butt. Good, Elizabeth, push into the cans, push, 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 push.
Should my back be flat or?
Yeah, on the ground. If you can't do them, what you could do is tuck your knees into your chest and hold a tuck hollow. So what you could do, if you don't feel comfortable holding your hollow and moving with your legs out like that, what you could do is just tuck your legs in and work your flexion that way. Okay, because we want to be flat on the ground here. So that's a great option. Like Anne, I would definitely maybe suggest that for your next set so that you're not piked up. But Elizabeth, think of tucking your chin a little bit. So kind of reaching through the, yeah, there you go. Good, Brooke. It's all about trying to reach your arms up, but keep your tight, hollow core. Scoop it in. There you go, Rose. Just trying to squeeze and press through 8. And really, these are the types of things that the slower you go, the more you get. So if you want to take your time through a couple reps, and it doesn't have to be every rep throughout your 8 is like super slow, but feel the difference that going slow versus speeding through it makes. There you go, Anne. You really want to keep that low back and your center back pressed into the ground. So make sure you can keep your shoulders up, your chin tucked. If you need to bring your knees in, that's fine.
Should your legs be apart on Superman or together?
Technically, we kind of want them together, squeezed and pressed together. But if it feels a little too tight, then you can just kind of let them go with where it feels best. Good, Elizabeth. Don't focus on bringing them down so far. So don't bring them down this way so far. Focus on kind of resisting here and then just bring them back till you kind of lose that tension in your shoulders where it doesn't feel like you're pressing against them anymore. Press against and then bring them back. So just slowly really search for your range of motion. Press, 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 and see how far you can press without messing anything up. Good, so it's really about the reach overhead while keeping your hollow. Good, Brooke, those are better. Should be work for you to raise those arms up.
Oh, it is.
I know, that's good. Good, really squeezing the shoulder blades together in those snow angels. Guess they're not really snow angels. We could just call them angels. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute any of you that I can. All right, all of you. I've unmuted you all so you can keep working through if you want. But I just wanted to see how things felt if you're done. Rose, oh, ears is muted. How'd it feel for you, Rose?
Good. I think it was kind of nice, even though I had like dumbbells, I chose to use a backpack instead and just threw some weight in there. And I feel like it made me like have to stay upright more because it was more awkward to balance.
So awkward. Yeah, I really like the idea of using something like that. The fact that it's so awkward and unstable makes you search for more stability within yourself.
Because as soon as I started to lean forward, I could feel it.
It would like flop forward, right? Like if you weren't in a good position. That's great. Also, those push-ups looked like they were a good position, right?
Yeah, it worked well. It definitely felt it in like different areas, like more up front here.
Good. Because like the thing is, it probably made them much more doable in a way that you could just kind of naturally sit into. This is really a lot of work being done in push-ups is in the pecs and under here. So as soon as we can stop taking our push-ups in this area and start like pushing them into this area, we're doing a whole lot of good. So that's great. What about you, Anne?
Well, yeah, it's kind of awkward doing those with a dumbbell, the squat cleans, but it was, of course, anything squats or anything having to do with my quads is hard for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a lot.
Squats, thrusters, lunges, wall balls.
Right? I mean, yesterday we had a lot of squat or 50, 50 thrusters, and then today 108. And you don't just have to squat in a med ball clean, you're squatting and cleaning.
Right.
But you moved through it really well, like a champ, and your push-ups look
Thanks.
awesome.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, how'd it feel for you?
Hard.
Yeah, you did great on your push-ups though. You stayed in it.
The backpack is just, it's awkward, so you have to like make sure you have to be right or you lose the balance.
Right, and you're really braced too, right? Like your core is like, oh, I gotta hold on because I don't know what's gonna happen almost. So you're like bracing in a different way than, or maybe a little bit more instinctively rather than out of like knowing that you're supposed to. Kind of like push.
I did do the 35 pounds.
Yeah, right. Well, I think like had you only had that, I would have said, well, maybe let's cut the round of like 24 off, or maybe let's, get rid of the 18 and the 12 or something like that, So if somebody later needs to, we could always do that. Brooke, what about you?
My quads hurt. Yep. But I felt it all in the afterburn too, the push-ups and all that.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it was good.
Just to move even is where we want to be, right?
Yeah, I changed. Obviously, I cheated a whole bunch. So
no, you didn't cheat. You didn't know, and then you got better. It doesn't do you any good
there. So
and then also wanted to see if you guys saw the Murph shirts that I put together. I haven't put up the pre-sales yet because I have to like program them into push press, and I also kind of need to figure out the schedule because I would like to make it also like a sign up for Murph at the same time. Because my thought is, even if we're going to be allowed to be open, we're going to keep the heats, like 10 and under. And then maybe we can like just spread out little cheering sections or something. But I think it will be fun. It will be a really great kickoff back into the gym. And I don't know if you noticed that it does say like 2020, the return from quarantine. So it's kind of a fun way, or like, kind of a cool way of commemorating not just Murph, but like this whole thing we've been going through together, and kind of coming back from it in that regard. And know that like it's not like we're just gonna come back. It's gonna be different no matter what. We don't really know what it's gonna be, but we want to keep it safe and we want to keep it comfortable for everybody. So we're going to try to run Murph no matter what. And if we're not allowed to be open, then, because I doubt they would extend it past mid-May, but if they do, we can still all do Murph. We can find a way to do Murph. So good news, we'll have t-shirts. So if you want, those will be available, and I'm excited about that.
Or maybe we could do it later in the summer if we can.
Yeah, we could do it again. Like, if you think like 6 months from Murph, I think is like closer to Labor Day, right? So some people do it on Memorial Day and Labor Day.
I think we'll be open though.
I think we'll be open, and I also think even if we're not open, and you want to say, well, we could do it again later, we're still going to do it on Memorial Day because that's tradition. All right. I will, unless you guys have any questions or comments, any fun things to share, we can just call it a day and see you on the flip side. All right. Well, happy Tuesday to you all. Hope to see you on Wednesday. Great work today.